The smaller body lay flat within the little wooden boat, her face to the damp seat and her arms spread out over the gunwales. Yet the boat had obviously been caught in the current, since the slush in the bilges lapped around her bare feet. Partially covered by a threadbare blanket, only a long curl of her hair lay over her back, wet and grimed with the river's pollution. A faint trace of dawn's pastel pink spangled both hair and hood. The wherry boat bumped gently against the bank, the slap and splash almost silent where it was tethered as the water followed its course downstream. The sun's first rays slid across the river's water and the waving tips of protruding green weed. The other body was much larger and lay flat on its back under the willow tree, where the shimmer of leaf blew in tiny wet twists across the grass below. A muscular and naked arm protruded. The unmoving fingers were clawed into blood-soaked threats. As Rustin lifted the waving branches, he jerked back. The rest of the body lay in blood, the throat ripped. He yelled at once, then clamped his mouth shut and raced into the great house, ready with the dreadful news for his master. The bodies were very different and neither together nor close, but Rustin had never seen one dead body before. Two on the same morning seemed to be a step too far. His lordship leaned back, legs stretched, half dozing as he broke the night's fast. Then the candle blew out. Dark shadows swallowed the table. The perfumes of new-baked bread, fresh-cut ham and sliced onion mellowed into the darkness. The morning's light had not yet discovered the windows.
"Damnation," sighed the man, mug of ale halfway to his mouth. "What do you want now, Rustin?"
"My lord, I'm sorry." The older man carried the smoking candle to the small fire on the hearth and relit it, cradling his hand to keep out the draughts. "But there's 2 bodies, my lord. I don't know how that's possible."
"There are 2 what?" demanded his lordship, cold-eyed.
"Dead, my lord, proper dead. There's one I don't know that's in the water. That other is a worse shock, sir. It's Philip Pike." The pink dawn was mellowing into a warm morning, but the young boy who was following Rustin shivered. "It's urgent. Will you come, my lord?" Now both grooms were trembling. 2 dead bodies, as if one wouldn't be bad enough. Right by the banks." The river was not visible from the windows, but the early morning sunshine was reflecting in his lordship's breakfast ale. Lord Stark turned, raising one eyebrow.
"Rustin, it seems that my brain must still be sleeping off the hangover. What the devil are you saying?"
2 dead bodies, my lord, dead as the winter's snowdrops. Not only the one I don't know, but the one I do. For under the willow tree it's Philip the farrier lying dead." He paused, waiting for Lord Stark's reaction, but his lordship had already left the room, the door swinging behind him as he marched from the house and followed the cobbled pathway to the river. Across the abandoned table, the pewter mug of ale sat basking in the sunshine, but the platter of bread, cheese, and bacon was splattered beneath the linen napkin. Once again the candle had snuffed. The man, sprawled beneath the low spread of the yew tree, was blood-stained from neck to waist, head back against the tree trunk, arms loose at his side, legs straight out in the damp grass. Dominic knew his farrier had always been more popular with the horses than he had with the other servants, but murder had never taken place on these premises before, and now 2. Unless they had killed each other. The farrier's 2 sons worked as grooms at the stables. They would know by now. Dominic walked to the riverbank and stared down. A small rowing boat was tied to the tree roots, hardly moving in the placid waters, but there was a slow leakage and a grubby ooze collecting around the body's already sodden skirts.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.